Let's get into it then. So at the moment, folks, obviously Manchester United are pursuing Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba, and he is very much interested in joining Manchester United. The personal terms not an issue there. The player wants to come. The issue is that Brighton want an insane amount of money. We've heard reports previously that they're looking for 90 to 100 million pounds there, just alone for Baleba, which is insane, isn't it? Well, now there's reports coming out that perhaps they want even more. So we're going to get into that in a moment. But before I do, he says, is this news believable? I see what you did there. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer myself. 112 million, isn't this money reserved for world-class players? Well, I mean, if you think about some of the acquisitions that have been made in recent seasons for players like this, for instance, I can think of, Moises Caicedo and also Declan Rice, right? Those two examples, perhaps they're slightly more proven, further along, a little bit more experienced than Baleba is right now. But you can sort of see similarities there with those signings and the amount of money that's been spent on those players. Essentially, you're looking for a sort of a generational DM here, somebody that's going to be able to be a destructive midfielder for you for the next 10 years. So obviously these guys are not going to be cheap because this guy has a lot of potential. He's 21. He's got a lot of time left in the game. But if you're asking me if he's worth 112 million, the answer is absolutely not. There are reports at the moment going around suggesting that this could be the case. This amount of money could be what is required in order for Manchester United to bring in Carlos Baleba. Well, this is what's being said. So Nabil Djellit, this is via Nabil Djellit, and it's via United exclusive, that just says that the record for the biggest transfer in history for an African player will be broken by Carlos Baleba. A fee of 112 million is being discussed behind the scenes. For a start, I mean, I have to be honest, I can't imagine there's much basis or truth really to this transfer. There's no way we're going to pay 112 million for him. If we do, then we're just even dumber as a club than I thought. Not to say that Baleba's not a great player, and it's not my money, but there's lots of different positions that we need to strengthen, obviously. There's still the goalkeeper position. There's apparently the best goalkeeper in the world, Gianluigi Donnarumma's just sat there waiting, twerking for Manchester United. And so obviously we have to go and get him, right? So where's all this money coming from? I don't know. I mean, just a short while ago, you got Sir Jim doing an interview with Gary Neville, crying poor, claiming his cousin worse off. You know what I mean? Goodness me. He couldn't even give the stewards bonuses and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? The man's playing cousin worse off. He was a brown paper bag away from being a street tramp in that video, guys, wasn't he, Sir Jim? So, all of a sudden we're spending 400 or 500 million or 300-400 million and then potentially getting a new 2 billion stadium. I just don't really buy it, my friends. But anyway, never mind. It's not my money, but there's no way I can imagine that we're going to be spending 112 million. I mean, let me just ask the live chat, guys. Do you think Manchester United should spend 112 million pounds on Carlos Baleba from Brighton? Yes or no? It's that simple, really. Do you think we should to get our player? Let me just get that out of the way so we can see what you guys are saying here. Kate Cadet says, yes, get in there. Yes, no way. Yes. Rich people, completely delusional. Tasty player, yes. No joke, no. Joke of amount of player for an average player, yes. Yes, he will cost more next year. Yes. If Brighton accept installments, sure, yes. Yes, you guys have all gone friggin' mad in the head. Do you know this? You guys have actually all gone insane. You got the old blinkers on, mate. 112 million for Baleba. That's absolutely preposterous. Look, I want Carlos Baleba as much as the next man, but 112 million, he's not worth that, guys. That's an absolute joke. He's actually worth about 70 million. This guy isn't prime Yaya Toure, guys. He's 21-year-old Carlos Baleba, and yes, he looks fantastic, and yes, he's had a good couple of seasons in the Prem, and he's going to go on and do some good things, and I think he's going to be very good for us. But 112 million, Brighton can spin on it, lad. Are you mad? But fair enough, then. If you guys think, I mean, obviously it seems like 99% of the live chat think that. I've got to respect your opinions. I mean, it's not our money. We have to keep saying that, It's not our money, is it? Do a proper poll. I've just done a proper poll, Kate. We saw the answers. They're all there. Do you know what I mean? We've just seen what people are saying. Everybody said yes, pretty much. A couple of people. Look, Dan Solver says no way would get a keeper in another position. Well, that's the point I'm making. I actually have no problem with them paying whatever they want for Baleba, so long as they are going to go and get Donnarumma, or a goalkeeper. Apparently Donnarumma's available, so why not try and sign the best goalkeeper in the world right now? Makes a heck of a lot of sense, doesn't it? But fair enough if they get him and Baleba for 112 million. Doesn't bother me. It's not my money. But actually, I am looking at it from that point of view, Daz, which is we still have positions to strengthen in the team. And 112 million, surely that could sign you a top-class midfielder and a goalkeeper. That's a huge amount of money. So it's too much money. I don't like the precedent it sets either for us signing players. Fair enough, the likes of Liverpool, they're signing players for 117 million. I don't want us to start doing that. I know that's the way the market's going, but, United have a bit of a poor reputation when it comes to paying too much for players anyway. So last thing we need to do is just hand over 112 million for a player. What does that say to other clubs in the future that we're doing negotiations with? It says that we're prepared to pay silly money. And we already have said that for many years. So I hope we were trying to move away from that a little bit. So I don't want to see us sign any players for 112 million, I'll be honest right now. And 112 million to me right now in this market sounds to me like that should be reserved for like one of the best players in the world. I don't see how, Isak is on the table, right? 24, he scored 20-odd goals in the Premier League. He's only going to get better. He's blatantly going to be one of the best strikers around for a good few years, right? And he's apparently valued by Liverpool for around about 110 million. Newcastle want 150, but they're not going to get that. Liverpool seemingly firm on their position right now. They don't want to pay anywhere near that, right? So we're putting a value of about 120 million, say, on somebody like Isak, who's a striker, who's one of the best strikers in the league, and his age is only 24. Okay, so that's why he's 120 million. But I can't justify Carlos Baleba, in my mind, being worth 112 million, even if he has got huge, great potential. He's still only played for Lille and Brighton, and he's had 2 seasons in the Prem. And yes, last season was very impressive against us, and he's played 30-odd times for Brighton. He's obviously an established Premier League player. He's done really, really well. And he's only 21, so you've got to pay for potential. But I'm sorry, but 112 million is just insane. Honestly, my tops for him is 80 million. Yeah, precisely. Lewis says total I'd pay is 80 million. Guys, what would you pay? I'd be happy to pay 80 million plus, a few add-ons down the line once he's played a lot of game for us. Oh, what's that? After 60 Premier League appearances, we'll give you another 7.5 million. No dramas, is it? That means he's playing in the side for a couple of seasons and doing well. But any more than that, it just doesn't really add up for me when we've got other positions we need to look at strengthening. United, we stands as 85 plus 5 in add-ons is what you think she should be going for? Yep, Canute says 112 million is a bend-over price. We should walk away. I'm with you. I would 100% walk away as well if they're asking for 112. It's insane. 115 million for one player is ridiculous. We could get 2 or 3 for that price. Precisely. So what are we trying to say here? Are we trying to value Carlos Baleba just because he's a 21-year-old? Are we trying to value him as almost double the price of Matheus Cunha? Because that is what we're basically saying here, is that he's double the price of Matheus Cunha. And I just can't justify that in my mind. Even if he is a great player in the position that we need and everything, it's like I cannot justify that in my mind. It makes it sour. It puts too much added pressure. It's using too many resources on one position. We need to try and strengthen. I would much prefer we got a goalie, a midfielder, and a centre-back, for instance, or a right-back or something. Surely for that amount of money you could do that. We're not talking about signing the best ones in the world here, but other options are out there. Which other top-class midfielder is there besides Baleba? Don't say Wharton. Well, I do like Wharton, but obviously he's probably the same problem. He's a heck of a lot of money as well, lad. Well, that's the thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, the next best world-class midfielder. Like we've said, if we got the goalkeeper position sorted out and we strengthened 2 or 3 other positions as well as that midfielder and got somebody in there who's just a lot cheaper and strengthened a few positions, surely that would strengthen us more, no? I mean, Baleba's a generational signing, I suppose. You're trying to get this guy to be the next defensive midfielder for Man United for the next 10 years. That's the idea with spending 100+ million on a player right now, I guess. But still not justifiable to me. Fat Chinese Gaming, mate. How you been, lad? Get in there, you long-time legend. How you been? Thank you for becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade again. He is a Brighton fan. Fat Chinese Gaming, I guess you are happy to sell him if it was 112 million. This is what we said about Brighton. They always seem to do this. They buy really well. They're great at recruitment. They develop these players brilliantly. and then they sell them for big money. If you actually look at the sales that Brighton have made over the last couple of years, I guess this is not too outlandish, you know, when players like Caicedo are going for 105 million, stuff like that. So, or 115 million if you say Tim Kelly. Yeah, fair enough. He's not going to go for much less than that. If you want the best, you have to pay it these days. Didn't Chelsea pay 115? They did pay around that for him. Absolutely. We were just saying. So you're absolutely spot on. And then, you know, look at some of the other sales they've made also. But not always. It depends on the deal. It depends on the club. You know, how much did João Pedro go for? João Pedro, 23-year-old, gone to Chelsea, looks brilliant. How much did he go for again? Wasn't it like 55 mil or something? You know what I mean? So they don't all have to be 112 million. That's what I'm saying. They don't all have to be. So, yeah, fair enough. Chelsea did pay that for Caicedo. But, look, come on. You're looking at all these other signings. They do get good money for their players. But I personally think that this story that's going around anyway must just be raw horse manure. By the way, if you're just getting in the stream, we've got 300 legends in here. Happy Monday to you folks. Do us a favour at the start of this cheeky stream and smash that like button there. Well, not the start, but we're near the start. Hit the thumbs up on it. Let's help us get to a 200 likes. That'd be amazing. Get yourself subscribed also if you're new to the channel and involved in the chat here with the legends. Big ups Paul S. in Texas. Thanks for your super chat, mate. He says, if we sign Baleba, is it because Casemiro's and Sancho's wages will be cleared by the end of this year's business? Sancho, the majority of his wages, I assume, because he'll probably be going out in some capacity. He's only got a year left on his contract, so if we can't sell him and get him off the books 100%, then I suppose a loan move is better than nothing, but I doubt a buying club will pay him 100% of the wages that he's on, because that's 300,000 a week. So we might have to chip in a bit just to pay him for the remainder of his contract for him to go elsewhere. So we'll save some money on Sancho, but not a lot. Casemiro, I think Casemiro's around. I mean, who knows, actually? If we do sign a new midfielder like Caicedo, surely the numbers of games that the likes of Casemiro are going to play are going to be more so limited, because we're going to be putting a lot of faith in the likes of Baleba and maybe some of the future players, the likes of Mainu as well. We still got Utd. So is Casemiro even going to be playing? I mean, the ideal scenario would be, I suppose, and this is no disrespect to Casemiro, because he's a fantastic player, isn't he? He's been a fantastic player. He's been a good player for us. And certainly before he came to us, he's one of the best in his position in the world for years. So he's obviously a class act. But the thing is with Casemiro is he's not worth what we pay him right now. 300,000 is a joke. Or he's actually on, I think, was on a lot more than that. I think he's had a slight reduction due to the fact that we missed out in Europe. But you know, the exact figure is not known by me. But it's somewhere between 300,000 and 400,000 that this guy's been on at the football club. An insane amount of cash. An insane amount of cash for this guy. And especially now when he's not even really expected to be playing much. So the ideal scenario is that we sign Baleba for, you know, 80 or 90 million max. We don't go crazy here signing him for 112 mil. And then we go and we sign, you know, we sell Casemiro. So as much as I like Casemiro and he's been good, we'll have enough in that area, I think, to cover for that midfield if we've got Mainu, Baleba. Obviously, you've still got Ugarte and the likes of Bruno's going to be playing there. Casemiro makes a lot of sense to get off the books right now. He's costing millions a month, this guy, in wages, and he's probably not worth it anymore. He's definitely not worth it anymore for the amount that he's going to be playing, especially if we sign a new player like this. So it is a sell from me. Get your thoughts in, guys. Casemiro, though, keep, sell, or just keep or sell. Yeah, keep or sell. Let us know your thoughts. But for me, if we sign a new DM, then yes, you have to sell Casemiro if you can. The only issue here is he's just not going to really be saleable right now. Maybe a Saudi Arabian club, I suppose, could come in for him. There should be interest over there for him. And maybe a Saudi Arabian club can actually justify paying the wages that we pay him right now. Because he is a big world star. You know, he's still a big international, big Brazilian friend. He's still obviously a quality player. He's a quality player. So especially for a league like the Saudi Arabian League, he'd be absolutely class over there. So maybe they could see the value in paying him a few £100,000 a week. That's the only way that it happens, though, is if he goes there. I can't imagine there's going to be a deal for him going to Spain or Italy or anywhere else where they're going to be prepared to pay Casemiro the wages that he's on here. And all we know about Casemiro's situation is that he's very content and happy with staying at United for the next year until his contract's up, because he's on such a sweet contract. You know, he is on such a meaty contract. So as much as we like Casemiro around here, yeah, if there was an opportunity to get rid of him at this moment in time, United should absolutely try and sell him. Yeah, fair enough. Kate says, don't worry about the fee, Pig. It's all paid in installments anyway. Probably works out 25 million a year for 4 years. It's nothing really. I like your style, Kate Cadet. So what you're suggesting here is that rather than just getting a deal done up front, what we should do is just maybe get ourselves on the old Klarna Do you know what I mean? On the never never. So we're basically paying huge APR, huge interest rates, but we're spreading it over 4 years. You know what I mean? Interesting. I mean, that's pretty much what we've done with a couple of other signings that we've got this summer as well. The Embuemo deal's big money, and that's structured over years. So yes, with what United that's with what United's situation is right now, I could certainly imagine that being the case, that it's structured over several seasons. But 112 million, regardless, to me is a piss take, lad. Absolute joke. How much do you think Casemiro is worth now? He's still got some value, but I mean, he's getting on a bit, isn't he? And his wages are what makes his value low. If he was on 150 grand a week, he'd probably still be worth about 15 mil, 20 mil maybe. But because his wages are so high, that puts off buying clubs. Therefore, his fee is probably, I don't know, you could probably sell him for 6 million quid. Honestly, just a nominal fee, 5 or 6 million quid. I can't see you get more money than that for Casemiro at this stage. Maybe 10 mil if you're lucky. But let's be honest, he's just over the hill now. Yeah, you think the 112 mark's a bit exaggerated. You think Brighton will sell for 90. So do I. So there are these reports going around that you know, it's 112 million or, you know, I don't believe it, guys. I don't believe Brighton will be so firm as to miss out on getting potentially, you know, 90 million pounds for this lad Baleba by asking 112. But look, here's another update here. This is from Marca, again, take it with a pinch of salt. It says United are expected to submit an offer for Carlos Baleba. All that we know at the moment is that, you know, there's a lot of club-to-club contact between Manchester United and Brighton. Man United have already agreed those personal terms with the player, so obviously there's no issue there. Apparently he'd be keen on joining us for somewhere, I've heard reports of 80 to 100 grand a week, but even if it's 120, 130, whatever, he's not going to be getting a huge contract because of his age. But yeah, so that's not the problem. Obviously, in terms of how much we're spending on the contract, it's not going to be a very expensive contract for us right now due to his age. We've had there's an update here from Marco Alcaraz that says that Bray can understand that United plan to make direct club-to-club contact with Brighton next week for Carlos Baleba. Positive progress has been made in Baleba's personal terms, which are not expected to be an issue and very close to being agreed. So all steam ahead at the moment, it seems, for United, maybe with a bid coming in very soon for Carlos Baleba. I just hope that it's not 112 million pounds. If it was euros, Mr. Miyagi, lad, I could absolutely deal with that. What's that, about 90 million pounds? That sounds a lot more reasonable. You know, I'm just not keen on the idea of Man United spending 112 million on any one player right now. Especially when Mr. Gianluigi Donnarumma is waiting in the wings. Let's talk about that for a moment. So Gianluigi Donnarumma is obviously on United's list at the moment of players to go and sign. It seems like he is open to leaving PSG this summer. Perhaps they'll sign him up to a new contract, but at the moment Donnarumma is looking like he wants to go, and all these reports that we've seen are just simply that, you know, he's open to joining Manchester United, really. Fjortov says that a deal for United to sign Gianluigi Donnarumma will be expensive, and it won't happen before the club sell more players. So I think that's fair with all this money that we're throwing around and spending. Surely, you know, got to get rid of the likes of Hojlund, maybe try and get rid of Anthony and even Andre Onana, who knows. But yeah, as we've said, United may allow Andre Onana to leave on loan if we can get a new number one goalkeeper with Donnarumma as a potential target. A little bit of bad news. Andre Onana back trading, guys. Oh no! Back to it with a smile, if you say so. There he is. Good on him, he's a good lad, but I just hope that he's not playing against Arsenal on that first day of the season, guys, for us. Hell no. Look at this, guys. Andre Onana back traded. It's a nightmare. Oh no, the flubber hand is back. Goodness me. Oh, so I'm gutted about that, to be fair. I really hope that we going to see the back of Andre Onana this season somehow. And if we do sign a new number one, surely he's going to be parted ways with, you know, because he's not going to be playing. He's going to be wanting to be playing regularly, surely. So I'm not happy about this, guys, about Andre Onana potentially being back fit to play against Arsenal. I'll ask the live chat here. Let us know your thoughts. Who would you like to see start against Arsenal then out of the goalkeepers that we've got? Bayender, Heaton, or Andre Onana, seeing as Andre Onana may be back fit? The K Cadet, thank you so much. He says, come on, Piggy, get behind this deal. Stop melting. Well, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, just like I'm entitled to my opinion there, Kate Cadet. And you know what my opinion is I really want Carlos Baleba, but 112 million is an absolute piss take. I don't want to pay 112 million for that lad, mate. Sorry to say this, but, you know, that's just too much money. we have to be realistic. It's not my money, it's not your money, you know, but at the end of the day, I want to see what's best for the club, and 112 million on one position right now doesn't make any sense. Fair enough if it's after Donnarumma. Get the Donnarumma deal done first. So the Donnarumma situation is somewhat like this. PSG are looking to maybe sell him because in a year's time he can go for nothing and he can leave them at the end of next season for free. And if they don't sign him up to a new massive money contract, they have to sell him. So if they're going to sell him, they're looking maybe 30 to 40 million. Man United might have to pay 40 million for this guy. But it's so worth it, lad. I'd pay 50 million for him even if he's got a year left on his contract. It's so worth it. So I want to see us try and get this guy first and foremost more than anyone. Not this guy. I just pointed at Andre, not Andre. Not Andre, guys. But Donnarumma. I want to see us really try and do that first. Fair enough if we've done that and then we're signing for Baleba for 112 million. Great. I couldn't give a toss, to be honest. That's fantastic. Get him in there. But if Donnarumma's available, I'd rather us spend money on him right now, to be fair, because I feel like that is a bigger problem area for the long term. And the opportunity to actually get... Like, let me ask you this. Is Carlos Baleba the best midfielder in the world? Is he the best midfielder in the world? Maybe he has potential to be, but I don't think anybody could say that he is, based on what he's done so far as a 21-year-old at Brighton. He certainly looked very good, but nobody could say that. Whereas you could say that Donnarumma is the best goalkeeper in the world. So if we're actually looking at players to go for, surely, you know, surely Donnarumma represents a nice opportunity there for Man United to go and get the best shot stopper around, or certainly one of the best shot stoppers around, one of the best goalkeepers around in the world. So if we are even sniffing around Donnarumma, let's focus on getting this guy done first, because PSG aren't going to give him away. Yes, I've heard some reports of 26 million to get this guy. Rubbish. They'll want at least 40, maybe 50. He's a huge player. He's the best goalie in the world. So if you want to sign this guy, you have to go and get him. My question is, are we going to spend 112 million on Baleba and then 50 million or 40 million on Donnarumma? I can't imagine that we will. I just can't imagine that we will. So I think we should change our focus a little bit here. If we can't get a deal done for somewhere a lot cheaper for Baleba, 80 or 90 million, then maybe there's other options out there. There's other options out there. We don't have to sign him, do we? Yep, Disco Dave says Donnarumma's a real possibility now. He's not number one anymore, right? Yes, so there are reports now, obviously, that they're going to be... that they're basically decided that they're not going to be going into the season there with Donnarumma. So if that is the case and they are looking to sell him, well, United just need to get in the queue. I'm sure it will be a queue, because I'm sure there's a lot of top teams out there that would like to take the best goalkeeper in the world right now. The only issue is, I guess a lot of the top teams can't afford him, but United can. He's on 200 grand a week at PSG. We can get this guy for something like 300,000 a week, 350,000 a week maximum. If that's the case, sign him up. He's gonna more than earn that by being the best keeper in the world. So I like it. I like the link there with Donnarumma. I just hope that Man United have the money for him, and if we are, if we are looking at how we're going to focus our attentions on this squad, I believe that the goalie is very, very important. The DM absolutely is as well. But all I know is that we've got Ugarte, we've got Casemiro, we've got Mainu, we've got some young players like Collier as well. We've got some players in that position. But the players we've got in the goalkeeper position are absolute tripe. So getting somebody like him to come in and plug that problem area for us would be truly amazing. The Cake Cadet, thank you so much for your £2 super chat there, you legend. He says 25 million a year, pig. It's piss all. Oh, yeah. 25 million is piss all, isn't it? Yeah, I know what you're saying there, Cake Cadet, lad. I pissed that in the morning, lad. You know what I mean? No, fair enough. I mean, it's not really chump change, though, is it, mate? Nah, it's a lot of money, that. And it's actually not 25 million a year, is it? It's more than that, lad. You know, it's 28 million a year. It's a huge amount of money here that we're talking about. But fair enough. I mean, if it's a structured deal, obviously you've got to pay a little bit more, maybe over a course of like 3 or 4 seasons to make it worth Brighton's while. So if it is a structured deal, then yes, I can expect us to pay more, but I'm still walking away from 112 if I'm Man United. Look, it's part of the negotiations. I don't believe this for a second, guys. It's part of the negotiations. Man United will probably end up paying closer to 90 or somewhere in that region for this guy. So I think what's happened here is Brighton have set their stall out a short while ago saying that, oh, you know, we want 90 plus 10, we want 100 million for this guy if anybody wants him. Man United have gone, well, we only want to pay about 70 for this lad. And then Brighton have gone, oh, shit, we're only going to get 85 in terms of a fair negotiation here. Let's go and change our amount that we want to significantly more so we can push United up an extra 5 million or so. That's blatantly what's happening now. So I think that there's obviously part of a negotiation here just because you hear this one report. And let's be honest here, guys, you know, I haven't heard this from Fab. This is from Nabil Jellit via United exclusive about this 112 million. And no disrespect, but I haven't heard this from David Ornstein yet. You know what I mean? Is there any reports from Ornstein that United are lining up a 112 million bid for Baleba? No, there is not. So let's all just take it with a little pinch of salt right now anyway. I don't believe they're going to be paying 112 million for this guy, because that would be preposterously gash. Just doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. So I think hold our breath on this one, guys. We'll probably find out soon that United are tabling a bid there for Baleba, but I can't expect it to be 112 million. That'd be insane. I don't think that's true anyway. Guys, yes or no, do you think this story is even true? You know? Come on. 112 million for Baleba, it just sounds ridiculous. It can't be true. Fair enough there, Agrippa Chinhara. Look, I don't know much about him. I'm just obviously picking up these stories that are being reported by quite a lot of the United pages. So, like I say, we haven't got these reports here from Fab or from Ornstein or any of those guys yet anyway. You can buy 2 players for 112 million. Yes, you can. It's true, says Obi. Doubt it, says Kemal Farquharson. 2 days ago, Brighton were demanding 104 million. Now it's 112 million. Idiot journalist, jealous stories. Maybe United prodigy. Not convinced Piggy, hoping City fire sale isn't to fund him. Right, yeah, true. It's garbage. You don't think these signings are going to catapult us the league? We're going to the into this Arsenal game short in key areas. Biggest hole is the goalkeeper. Well said there, Jamie Robinson. So, yeah, well, we still have the possibility of signing a new goalkeeper before the end of the window, but it's obviously not going to happen in time for the Arsenal game. So we're actually going into the Arsenal game probably with Heaton or Bayender as the goalkeeper. Andre Onana's not 100% fit. He is, pictured obviously back training. He's back training. So is Joshua Zirkzee. That's good news as well. Precisely, 112 million, you get Wharton and Mateta. With add-ons, maybe. I can't imagine this story's real. You hope it's true, says Fat Chinese Gamer. Well, Fat Chinese Gamer is a Brighton supporter. And, obviously, I'm sure you like Baleba and rate Baleba. Baleba was very good for you last season. He was very good in that game against Man United, wasn't he? Absolutely ran the show and done us. And destroyed that midfield, definitely, in that game against us. And I'm sure you like him as a player. But if you are talking about getting 112 minutes, it's just too good to turn down, isn't it? Especially when you consider how good your team is at sort of recycling that money. And then buying new players and revamping the squad and getting the whole new sort of cycle of recruitment going again, where you're going to get another great young player plucked out of nowhere and then develop them into a £100 million player. That seems to be the Brighton way. That's why Brighton have had a lot of great successes in recent times. They're a very, very well-run club. They seem to just have that knack of being able to generate a lot of cash for their players. You believe that would be true if it's Brighton they're holding the rest of the Premier League to ransom? Fair one. It's a good point. They do get a lot of money for their players. Hypo, any tuning in now, had to work, would be nice to get him in, but definitely keeper is number one priority. I'm with you as well. Yeah, goalkeeper positions, paramount importance. If you're talking about, what we could potentially see at the start of the season, well, if Bayender and Heaton do well, I suppose maybe they could stay in the team. But what's going to happen as of right now, because Andre Onana is our number one goalkeeper, is probably for the Arsenal game, maybe even one game after that, maybe Andre's not fit and available to play, or maybe he is fit and available to play for that Arsenal game. I mean, as we've mentioned, that he is back training, so, if he's back training, his goalkeeper's slightly different as well than outfield positions in terms of the conditioning and that kind of thing. So he'd probably be ready and raring to go for the game against Arsenal, as long as he's actually fit, he's not got any injuries, then doesn't need to be 100% fit to play in goal, really, does he? In terms of match sharpness and conditioning, it's a bit different. So, he could even be playing against Arsenal first day of the season, which would be a calamity. But even if not, we'll probably start with Heaton or Bayender, and then the game after that, you're just going to see Mr. Flubberhand thrown back in there again. Mr. Flubberhand will be our number one for the season. So absolutely the number one priority right now for United is to get a goalkeeper, especially if Gianluigi Donnarumma is waiting there for you. K Cadet says, I can't believe we have a negative pig on the go here. Never thought I'd see the day. Well, that's rich coming from you, old K Cadet lad. Goodness me. You'd have a fight in an elevator with yourself. You would. Fucking hell. But, no, fair enough. I just can't get behind paying 112 million for Baleba right now. I like the player. I rate the player. I want the player. But I have to think that we have to strengthen other areas first. And I wouldn't even be having this conversation with you if we'd already sorted out the goalie position. But we haven't, mate. Let's sign a top goalie first and then worry about the midfielder. Because we've got 3 or 4 midfield options for that DM position currently. None of them are fantastic. And Baleba would be a great long-term option, absolutely. Just like we've seen with Sesko. It seems like Man United, we're looking to get a mixture of players this season. We've got some players who have that Premier League experience. Most of the players. Sesko's come in. He's only 22. Bags of potential. Will develop. Could be a United striker for 10 years. Same goes for Baleba. He could be at the club for 10 years if all goes well. So we are talking about big investments here over the long term here. This isn't just some short-term thing. But 112 million, no thanks. It's just too much. Always has been the priority. Yep. You would 100% play Heaton against Arsenal on opening day. You don't like Bender at all. I'm not crazy about him. He looked all right in the last game, but he's still a bit of an error-prone melt. Howdy, OG. What's happening, you legend? Yes. Right, okay. So let's crack on with the rest of the news anyway, guys. We're going to get on with some of the other stuff. Then we'll get back into the chat here and see if there's any more breaking info or anything in regards to Baleba. But as we've mentioned, he is a target for us, Luigi Donnarumma. Maybe in order to get some of these deals done, we're going to have to finance these deals by selling players. Right now, we know that, Garnacho is certainly on the agenda there for Chelsea. Fabi Romano says Chelsea need to make sales. Then they're prepared to approach Manchester United for Alejandro Garnacho. Agreement is already in place with the player. So Garnacho wants to go to Chelsea. They've agreed the terms. It's just on the clubs really to make an agreement now. And Chelsea haven't yet bid, but they're expected to be bidding very soon. Club-to-club talks are expected imminently between Chelsea and Man United for Garnacho. So 50 million, somewhere in that region could be chipped off of the likes of the Baleba signing or the transfer, if you look at it like that. If we can get that money up front from Chelsea and get 50 million back for Garnacho, then I suppose it means really only that Baleba's costing us 62 million, if you want to look at it that way. If we were going to spend 112 million, which I don't think we actually will. But if you look at it like that, then yes, this is going to help finance these sorts of deals. Same goes for, obviously, Hojlund. The Hojlund situation is very much similar, where we're trying to get rid of him, but it's likely to be a loan right now. This is via Graham Bailey, who just said that TBR Football understands that AC Milan have held talks about Rasmus Hojlund, and we can confirm that they're open to the prospect of signing him along with Dusan Vlahovic. United sources expect Hojlund to leave this summer. So, Hojlund's still on the agenda to be sold right now. Chelsea are sniffing around Garnacho. Anthony, obviously still on the agenda for Real Betis there. If we were to sign a goalkeeper, I'd imagine we could do something like maybe moving on Andre Onana on a loan with an option to buy somewhere. Is Romano doing yoga or something? Oh, dear. I mean, I don't know. That was a video that was playing, and I screenshot it, obviously, to pop it on here. And we caught him at a bit of an interesting moment. I think, you know what? I think if you ask Mrs. Romano, that might be his O-face. You know what I mean? Tisco says you're not doing Fabrizio any favours with that pick. That's his O-face, lad. Kate Cadet, you legend. Have a great day, mate. I appreciate you for getting in and having your say and spewing out absolute nonsense as always, you legend. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's continue. Anyway, let's continue. As we've said, also the Chelsea Garnacho wages is obviously all sorted out there in terms of the personal terms and the deal there for Garnacho. It's, Fab said a few days ago that he understands Garnacho has agreed every detail of personal terms with Chelsea. Do you know what? I can't wait to get rid of this little melt bag. And I can't wait for Manchester United to play those Chelsea scummers and come up against this Garnacho mug and fucking snap him. And also smash up those Chelsea scummers. But I also really don't want to see Chelsea smashing us up and Garnacho playing well against us. You know what? Screw Chelsea, mate. They've got to pay more than 50 million. I'm sorry, 60 million pounds. 60 million from Chelsea. There you go. How much do you think we should get from Chelsea, guys? But 50 million is too little, if you ask me. That's a piss take. What, to have this guy potentially scoring on us for the next 10 years? And we should let this great young talent go for 50 mil? That's chump change, guys. What, and we're about to spend 112 million on Baleba? Ah, come on now. I don't believe it. I'm not a believer. If we're prepared to spend 112 million on Baleba, how is Garnacho only worth 50? That makes 0 sense to me. 0 cents. 70 million, 70 million, 70 million. Did you see the pictures of Garnacho with the vape? I didn't see that, mate, no. He's vaping now as well, is he? Oh, man. Heaton should be given a chance to start some EPL games. The lad is good. I'm with you, Warchild. I've only ever seen good, solid performances from Heaton. Totally agree with you. Mount he actually cost 60 mil, didn't he, Ray? Same price as Mount, exactly, 60 million. That's the price we should be looking to get back from those Chelsea scumbagamos. Guantanamo Bayface. I think I just said scumbagamos because you said Guantanamo and I read it. And subconsciously, that's weird, isn't it? Anyway, get that 90s haircut out of here. 60 million if it can't be done in one payment, do add-ons. Yeah, wasted 55 million. I don't know. I think Garnacho would be good for a team like Chelsea. He'd be good for many years. He's a good young player. Let them spend it on Baleba. Savinho going for 50 million. How much should we get for Garnacho? Yeah, well, I think at least 60 personally. 60 million. 55, says Kenneth. I think we should get about 60 million pounds for Garnacho. Otherwise, it's just not really worth our while. We should just let him rot if that's going to be the case. By the way, we're only 4 likes away from 200 likes. Thank you so much to everyone for smashing the like. We're only 4 away. We are going to shout out everyone that's reposted us on X in a minute as well. So get yourself in there raw. And also hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're not far away now for 92,000 subscribers. Let me go and have a little look, see how many we're currently on. We are currently on 91,969, guys. 969. We're only 31 people away from getting to 92,000 subscribers. So please do hit the subscribe button down below if you're new and help us get there. That'd be immense. Heaton's an old git. Get Donnarumma. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Donnarumma's 26. He's still super young. Think about that. You could have Donnarumma for 10 years. This guy's the best goalie in the world. Donnarumma is the one. I would have a foaming mangasm if we can get Gianluigi Donnarumma this summer, and it should be United's main focus. BNG Darts, what's going on, you legend? How you doing? Yeah, a lot of scumbags going on, mate. There is a lot of scumbags going on for sure. Manny Slufaki has hello as well. He says, who's our main striker? Well, it's obviously going to be Benjamin Sesko, isn't it there, Manny? What are you on about? What are you on about, Manny? Of course it's going to be Benjamin Sesko. We just spunked a shitload of cash on this guy. So, of course, it's going to be Benjamin Sesko. Rasmus Hojlund is going to be, I don't know, playing the backup if he's not sent out on loan, but I'm sure he will be sent out on loan. There's not going to be anybody playing in ahead of him, is there? Let's see something here, actually, about Sesko. So there was a first sort of interview there with Sesko. So Benjamin Sesko's revealed his Man United idol in his unmissable signing interview, which is available to watch now. As our first 6'5" striker since Zlatan Ibrahimovic, it may come as no surprise that Sesko draws inspiration from our one-time hero, Swedish hero, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Legendary forward Ibrahimovic spent 2 seasons at United in the twilight of his career and proved himself on the English stage, scoring 29 goals in 53 United appearances. That helped form part of a fine career across 7 countries during which Zlatan's career, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, he says this: he's been my role model since I've been small. I've been watching him like every single YouTube video that I can find because he's just amazing for me, you know. It's the playing style of Zlatan, who now holds an advisory role at another of his former clubs, AC Milan, which inspires Sesko rather than his unique character off the pitch. We don't have the same, let's say, character, Benjamin told interviewer Zara Connolly, but I like to see him, the way he plays, the way he enjoys football, because that's when all the joy comes, you know. If you enjoy football, then everything works, and I think this is most important. So anyway, I'm not going to read the whole bloody interview out here, give it a watch, but look, if he could be anywhere near the next Zlatan for us, that would be amazing. He is 6'5" and a bit of a beast. You know, he does look a great finish. He's got a massive power shot on him. If he could be anywhere near the player of Zlatan, that would be amazing. Obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a generational talent. What a player he was. Even at 35, when he came to Old Trafford, he still managed to have an absolutely boss season for us, didn't he? He was brilliant. So I expect Sesko to, you know, if he's trying to be the next Zlatan, that's brilliant. 55 for Ghana and get a goalkeeper on loan after we get our 6. Well said. Hojlund bench warmer. Yeah, I actually wouldn't even let Hojlund go anywhere unless we're going to sign a new bench warmer. We need a new bench warmer, be it Jamie Vardy or whoever. Thank you very much for subscribing there. I can't pronounce your name, but thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button, you legend. Just how many leagues are Chelsea going to drain with all these signings? Quite a few. What's the FPL? Okay, let me get you the FPL Fantasy Premier League code. So we are doing another fantasy league this season, Flying Pig United lead on fantasy.premierleague.com. Please do us a raw favour, get yourself involved. Here is the link in the chat. There it is. So there it is, guys, in the chat. You should see it there, fantasy.premierleague. If you want to join that, please do. Zlatan's nickname was Thor. My name is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I'm the greatest Swedish striker of all times. Do not compare me to Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko is a 22-year-old human. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is ageless, hybrid, human/alien. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is part lion too. Sleeps in Serengeti with lions and pride. Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not want to be compared to anyone. Zlatan is his own player. Zlatan will come back to United and score 30 goals this season if Zlatan wants to. Anyway, yeah, he's not Zlatan, is he? Let's not try and put that pressure on him. But I like the fact that his one of the inspirations for his career would be Zlatan. Zlatan can with orange, what Sesko can do with the ball. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Zlatan's touch for a big man is just preposterous, isn't it? Like his technique and control and everything. He has the touch of a much smaller player, basically, but obviously when you're a big unit like that, it's quite a combination. So he was an excellent player. Do you think other clubs are strategically delaying buying our players so that we don't get anyone else this summer? I wouldn't say necessarily that, but I think these clubs are strategically delaying buying our players so that they can put extra added pressure on United to sell for cheaper. Like if Batiste really wanted Anthony, they could have got him earlier in the window for, 30 million, somewhere like that. But because they want to try and scrimp out or maybe get on loan and make United desperate towards the end of the window, they're prepared to wait. Same goes probably for Garnacho as well. Any buying clubs are looking at Garnacho going, well, he's want away from United. They don't want to keep him. If we just are patient, we could probably get him for, 50 million. Whereas he should be going for 60 odd million, if you ask me, with the potential that he has in his age and what he's done so far in the game. I mean, he's a big name player for his age. So I think we should be looking to get more than 50 anyway. But it does look like teams are quite happy to wait in order to get that price down and maybe make a move later on in the window. Just puts extra pressure on United, doesn't it? What's the options? Either we let him go for a little bit less towards the end of the window, or we're stuck with him for a year, or we have to loan him out. And that doesn't really help us. Yeah, Garnacho could have been sold for 70 million if he had no disciplinary issues. Market value at the moment would have taken a price from 70 upwards. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, Warchild. That's true. He's also not done any favours there in regards to being an absolute spoilt little brat and posting guff on social media and Aston Villa shirts and all that kind of stuff. I could imagine, Tim Kelly, that is actually kind of realistic. Right now, if Hojlund was to go out on loan to AC, maybe we do pick up a DCL-type player, lad. Have we given up with Watkins then and Lamins? I think we've given up with Watkins. Yes, Sesko's our big money signing up there. I'd be very surprised if we're going to get Watkins as well, or another striker. If we do get another striker, I believe it will just be a cheap free transfer option or a dirt cheap player to come in. Just give us a bit more option up there as a backup and cover. But yeah, no, Watkins I think is dead. I would not say the Lamins deal's dead though. That's still on the table. It's just whether or not we're going to go for Donnarumma or not. I think United should go for Donnarumma, but if we can't get Donnarumma, if he signs a new contract to PSG or he goes to a different football club, then I'd fully expect us to be going for someone like Senny Lamins, yeah. It's good he hasn't got Zlatan's temper. We need him on the pitch as much as possible. Baleba, 82 up front and 30 in add-ons. That's just disgraceful, Andreas, but fair enough. That sounds insane. 55 plus add-ons, let's take the pants down. Chelsea paid over 50 million for Jamie Gittins. Garnacho, same age, more experience, Premier League, definitely cost him more, precisely. And coming from a Premier League rival with, and he's homegrown as well, Garnacho. Even though he's Argentinian, he's a homegrown player, right? Or essentially, I don't know if he's homegrown, actually. Is he homegrown? I mean, does he qualify as homegrown? I don't know. He's a British citizen, right? And he's been here since he was like 16 or something. So I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't know if he qualifies, but either way, he is still, he should do. Zlatan was pretty bad with finishing when he was young. Ye what? Go and have a look at his Ajax days, mate. Go have a look at his Ajax days. Zlatan in this year's FIFA as well. Yeah, mate, absolutely. Yo, Patrick Power, how you doing? 100 million Jack Grealish scored just 12 Premier League goals in 4 years. Mad stuff, mate. Yeah, not great stuff there. But he wasn't really utilised very well at City, let's be honest. We have to be happy with this window, even if we do splash over 100 million on Baleba. Very good signings. Oh, true. True, it's not my money, lad. Right, we're just going to shout out everyone that's reposted us on X. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. I'm just going to shout out everyone there. Then we're going to have a look at the latest updates very quickly, see if there's any updates while we've been rambling. And then we're going to get stuck into the live chat raw for a bit of a Q&A. Thank you to the 12 legends for sharing this show around, though, on X. Big ups to you guys. Thank you for helping us out there. Aaron, the Stylebender, Feline Fur, the Butcher of Manchester, Francois Cock, Ryan Neeson, J United, John Boy Cat, the GOAT, Richard Wisterpeck, Dave Dewey as well. Thank you guys so much there for reposting us on X. You're a set of legends. And while I'm there, just going to have a little look, see if there's any updates in regards to Baleba or anyone else from any of the top journos. And the answer to that, quite simply, is no. There is no information there. But there's a bit more about Man City considering a move for Rodrigo. I hope they don't get him. Also, looks like obviously Jack Grealish heading to his medical at Everton, booked this afternoon, as revealed. So they're getting him for a loan deal with an option to buy a 50 million. So Jack Grealish to Everton is done, pending the medical there as well. So yeah, nothing else in regards to Manchester United. Okay, let's do a quick rundown of what we discussed. So today, what we've talked about is Garnacho to Chelsea. Onana could be moved on this summer if we do sign a new number one like Donnarumma, potentially on a loan deal. He is absolutely a target for us at the moment, but Graham Bailey says that, it's obviously going to be tricky for us to get the deal done. And Fjortov says a deal for United to sign Donnarumma will be expensive, and it won't happen before the club sell other players. So we've got to sell Garnacho, Sancho, Hojlund, Antony, players like this maybe as well. As we've said, yep, Garnacho to Chelsea. Looks like it could seriously be on. Chelsea are just waiting. It seems maybe they have to make some player sales, but they're prepared to make an approach for him soon by all accounts, and there is expected to be some club-to-club contact very soon. Andre Onana back training means that he could be in line to start against Arsenal for the first game of the season. Just very quickly, guys. Oh, my God. I don't know if you saw Newcastle sniffing around Rando Kolo Muani. It's not United related, but I just wanted to put this up because it just makes me laugh, mate. It says this is a report that says that Kolo Muani would prefer to join Juventus over Newcastle. He spent the second half of last season on loan with them from PSG. No one wants to join Newcastle United, mate. Geordie's in the mud. AC Milan and Hojlund still in talks there in regards to a potential loan move. Could happen. We're expecting club-to-club talks there for Baleba in the coming week. Also, reports from Marca say that Manchester United are expected to submit an offer for Baleba. And the most, I guess, headline-grabbing story of the day is that the record for the biggest transfer in history for an African player will be broken by Carlos Baleba. This is via Nabil Djellit, who says a fee of 112 million is being discussed behind the scenes. I just can't personally believe that we're going to cough up that sort of money for him, so I don't think it's really got much legs, but somewhere closer to 80 or 90, we should be a player. We should be a buyer. Right, let's get stuck into the live chat, guys. Thank you for everyone who's getting in here. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, have your say. We're going to stick around for a few minutes, see what you legends are saying, get your thoughts in there. You're hoping that Onana has a relapse with that injury. Well, bit harsh, but fair enough. I mean, it would force us to have somebody else in goal. I mean, Heaton's a better option right now. Newcastle have failed with 8 targets. That's mad, isn't it? Didn't spot Hojlund in training. Really, Agrippa? Interesting. Well, Hojlund obviously didn't come on the pitch in the last friendly either, did he, against Fiorentina? It does seem like he's going to be moved on, but you never know. I mean, I actually don't think we should move him on, like I say, unless we get a new player there in that position. You hope we don't get Baleba. Why is that then, Emdor? You just think it's too much money, yeah? I mean, it is too much money. I'd much rather Donnarumma and some other midfielder, to be honest. But if Baleba is obtainable for less than that, then yeah, he would still be a great option. I really like him, but there's other options. Nicholas Jackson wants to join Newcastle. Yeah, well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. He would prefer to transfer to Toad and Shovel FC. Sorry, but we don't need Baleba. We need a Canadian who won't be a glory hound as number 7. You what there, Emdor? Pig, what's older, Tom Heaton or your red and black background? Actually, believe it or not, it is Tom Heaton. So this is only a few years old, this guff. The tea lady would like to join Newcastle, that hot coach they have. We need to make a decision on the goalkeeper and move decisively. What's taking so long? Love that Gavin Clark, yeah. True. I don't know why the decision's taken so long on a goalie. If Donnarumma's even slightly available, we should certainly be trying to have those conversations with PSG and get the deal done, shouldn't we? So I just hope that there is that on the table. But right now, yeah, there is no movement there. And there's links to with other goalies like Senny Lamans, and we've seen earlier in the window players like Martinez. But there's actually no movement there. So I agree. What is taking us so long? Get the bloody deal done. Still laughing at Liverpool losing, but sad that Palace is stuck in the Conference League. Ah, that is gash, isn't it? Yeah, well done to Palace beating the Scousers again yesterday. But it is a shame that they lost their appeal and they're in the Conference League. It's pretty harsh, mate. United should go for Welbeck and McTominay better than most of the first team. Hey, fair enough. Not bad. Not bad shout, Kevin. Ballon d'Or nominee McTominay. Besiktas chairman Serdal Adali on signing Jadon Sancho. We will do everything in our power to ensure his arrival. Love that. Nice one there. Agrippa Chinhara lad. Jadon Sancho to Besiktas would be lovely. We'd be more cohesive with Baleba. Yeah, we would. He's much more mobile. He's a great ball winner. He's quite good at getting forward as well, you know, but certainly to cover when the other players are getting forward, he's a good player to have because he's a good ball winner and he's very athletic and gets about quickly. Whereas the options we've got like Ugarte and Cassie, they're not really going to protect the back four in the same way because they're not as mobile. That must be a record bid. I like the profile player we're going for this season, like Premier League players. True, Gary Finnegan, you long-time legend. If it is a record bid, if we do go in there for that, it will be a record bid. It'll certainly be more than any of us expected. Brighton, 112 million. Well, apparently, Andre, I can't really believe that it's the case personally, but there are reports to say that that is the case. If a chance arises to get Donnarumma this sorry, but you've got to grab it with both hands. So true. I'll ask the chat, though. Who would you rather sign, guys? If you could only sign one, never just forget the monies, because obviously they're different players at different ends of the spectrum with different positions and different contracts. You know, Donnarumma's up in a year. So get your thoughts in. Who would you, if you could only sign one player out of the two of them, Never mind the price, because Donnarumma seemingly would be way less than half the cost. But if you could only sign one, Donnarumma or Baleba, who would it be? For me, I have to say it would easily be Donnarumma because he's the best goalie in the world. He's the best player in his position, so we can't really do too much better than Donnarumma. And Baleba has that potential, but he's certainly not there yet. Baleba fee would make the lad our most expensive signing ever. I like him, but it's not much like Pogba, Maguire, Antony. The expectations, exactly the pressure on him, the expectations, it's unnecessary, isn't it? I agree with you, lad. If any Saudi club signs our toxic four, then we have money up front to buy Baleba. Yeah, true, we need to get a couple gone, but it's looking like it's going to drag on to the end of the window for some of these outgoings. Newcastle Vex, glad we're moving well this window, but I'm forever hashtag Glazers out. Oh, spot on there, Stephen Shipman. You're not wrong, you long-time legend. Those guys are still toxic elements at this football club massively. We should keep Rasmussen, sign Hojlund and Edison. They would still cost less than Baleba. Great shout. Edison's a great shout as well. Gavin Clark says, agree, mate. It's either Donnarumma, what's to come, or if not, then we sign Lamens. This delay only happens if we're waiting on Donnarumma, and if me, it's a bad sign from the start. Yeah, there you go. Right, who do you want, Donnarumma or Baleba? Let's see what you guys say. Donnarumma. Donna. Hackney's a cheaper option, but not as good as Baleba. Donnarumma. Thank you, Billy. 260 watching, 227 likes. Thank you, everyone who set the likes there. Baleba. Donnarumma. Baleba. Donnarumma. Baleba. Baleba all day. Interesting. Baleba. Donnarumma. Baleba. Donnarumma's huge on wages, so it'd be the same. Baleba. Donnarumma. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point. I mean, Donnarumma's wages would be probably a few 100,000 a week, whereas this lad's going to be more 100, 120,000 a week. So that is a fair point, but you're getting the best keeper in the world. Milner's better than Pele Rowan, say that. Donnarumma. Yeah, Rasmus has improved. Yeah, well, it wasn't hard to improve him outright. Gash, was it? Baleba, no-brainer. Amrim's system falls apart with the current midfield. We need Baleba. Amrim's system falls apart with the current goalkeeper. We need Donnarumma. You know what I mean? I could make that argument too. We have a flubber hand in goal. Look at what he did for us last season. Probably cost us 15, 18 Premier League points last season on his own. You think we'll get Baleba around 80 to 85 minutes? It'll be a nice, great player. I think so too. I think that's the price tag that makes the most sense. No one's talking about the likes of Liverpool signing players for 100 million plus. So why can't we do a gamble? Fair enough, Gary. But people are saying that though. I still think they pay crazy money for Wirtz. He does look really good, but look, me, 170 million is mad money. Donnarumma 100%. Really big problem for us. Donnarumma's currently earning less than Casemiro, Mount, Sancho and others. That's right, he's on 200k a week, so if he wants to step up and get big money, plus Donnarumma's 26. Donnarumma wages are astronomical compared to Baleba. Yeah, and so they should be. You know why, Seth? Donnarumma's best goalkeeper in the world, mate. It is a specialist position as well. He can be a match winner for us. We need a midfielder that actually has legs that can run and tackle. None of our midfielders can run fast. I think the true lesson here, guys, and nobody's wrong in the live chat, by the way. Nobody is wrong at all. Yeah, precisely, Donnarumma would cover us. Nobody's wrong at all. The key here is that we need both. That is honestly the truth. If we're going to do everything we can to try and have a good season, then we need both. We need Baleba and Donnarumma. Deadline day's coming soon, and we don't want to panic buy regarding keepers or midfielders. Any system falls apart with Onana. True, Baleba. Onana knows this is his last chance to prove himself. Nah, I don't think he will be better, because I don't think he can handle the pressure. Midfield in its current state will cost Amorim his job. He has to address it as a priority. Yeah, I agree. Pig Amorim's not looking for a DF. He's looking into the future. Bruno goes next year, so the idea is Baleba and Menu. I agree, Andreas. I'm sure Bruno will be sold next summer. They'll cash in. He can get a 60 million quid move to Saudi. And that's when the new generation players like Menu and Baleba and all those guys will be stepping up. But you know, still though, obviously 112 million is crazy money. You remember when Cunha scored that goal directly from the corner? Now he's with us. Yeah, imagine spending all that money with Onana in goals. Precisely, Paul. We're screwed if we carry on with Onana in nets. He's championship fodder. Didn't take long for Ekitike to make his mark. Yeah, he did look good yesterday, to be fair. You're on to wrong if you think we keep Onana. I don't think we're keeping Onana if we sign a new goalie, but I think we will keep him if we don't. We need both. Yes, exactly there, Tim. Thank you, Paul S., for another super chat there. Paul S. in Texas. Thank you so much. He says, if Onana costs us the Arsenal match, I'll be fuming. Nice one, Paul S. in Texas, you legend. I agree. Imagine if that happens. And he may well start, as we've talked about. He's back training now, so he may well start. He's in contention. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel there, JTech Creative. Let's go. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. We are getting up there, guys. We're only 26 viewers away, or 26 subscribers away there from getting to 91,974. I'm absolutely sweating my tits off in here, guys. It's 29.5 degrees Celsius. Oh, my days. It's hot. Thank you, Paul S. in Texas, you legend. If Onana costs us the Arsenal match, I'll be fuming. He can't be playing in that game, can he? You're 100% right, Mr. P. We actually do need both. Yeah, well, I don't see why we can't either if we do manage to sell those players. Maybe Onana's able to be sold as well later on if we do sign a new goalie. Anthony to Petit or somewhere. Hojlund can generate some cash. Obviously, Sancho and Garnacho are the big ones. So, yeah, it could happen, mate. Truly interesting to see us getting Donnarumma sooner or later. Both Onana and Buemo will join Cameroon for Africa Cup of Nations in January. That's true, mate. That's an issue. A bunch of our players are going to be going over there, aren't they? You don't trust Donnarumma's agents. Could Sesko replace Bruno as captain if he goes? Not so soon there, Links Red. Not so soon. He's only just come to the club. Luke Shaw will cost us the Arsenal match. Massive arse. Is he going to be playing? I hope he's not even starting, lad. Is it true that Donnarumma is only 26 million? That's a bargain. I can't imagine that's really true. So apparently, yes. Apparently PSG, they can't really look to get too much money for him because he's got a year left on his contract. But I think they'll still try and get 40 million for him, and that would be a bargain. But 26 million is a real bargain, yeah. Nice one, JTech Creative there. Thank you, Robbie the Picked, lad, for getting in with a super chat. Robbie the Picked, thank you, you handsome bastard. He's got a £2 in there. No comment with it, just pure love vibes there from Robbie. Thank you, Robbie, for the tippage there. You're a legend, lad. Appreciate that. Gavin Clark says, Onana's so gash it's scary. No wonder Inter was so keen to offload him. Well, they were so keen to offload him because they were getting paid about 3 times what he's actually worth for him. 50 million quid. I have got a fan, but it's still hot as you like, lad. What about our forgotten player, Malacia? He's just Magashia, isn't he? He's too gash, mate. Onana's not Saudi League level, more Sunday League. Shaw's a liability, I agree. Yeah, well, he should just be a backup. He's a left-sided centre-back backup and, I suppose, a wing-back backup. But he's only a backup, if you ask me. I know in pre-season he's been playing, but I can't imagine when everyone's fit at the back we're going to be playing him. Surely we'd be more likely to see something along the lines of Yoro, Delict, and, I don't know, Martinez once he's back, or Mazraoui even, or Maguire even, maybe. I don't know. That's a lie. They want 45 million. Not Maguire, actually, because Maguire's a bit too immobile. You can't really have Maguire and Delict in the same sort of centre-back 3. I just don't think it's... You need basically Delict in the middle, clearing the balls away and everything. And then you need a couple of quicker centre-backs either side. That's where Yoro and I suppose Luke Shaw comes in. Getting Donnarumma will essentially mean Onana will leave you. So you get 2 birds with 1 stone. Hello, Sanjay Ramatar. What's going on, you legend? You snap it up. 26 mil is nothing to be sneezed at. Oh, 100%. Somehow the amounts they talked about with every risk-laden Man United transfer are simply astronomical. Every transfer is an Anthony Dos Santos. Weird inflationary. It's nuts. What is this tax? There is a Man United tax. It's because we just get bent over all the time. They see us coming, lad. That's it. You like Carlos Baleba and Donnarumma also make plan for signing Lone King and Lee and Firmin Lopez. Calvert-Lewin to United is better for next season. Please, Ineos. Make plan for Amarin, please. Love it, Temeskin. That's it. Well, it looks like they're backing him at the moment, but they need to go 100%. They've only backed him 60, 70% at the moment. If they're going to back him 100%, he does need a goalie. He does need a midfielder. I really like Baleba, Eden, and I do think we'll sign him, but I don't think we'll sign him for 112 million. Shaw has taken Lindelof's spot. Yeah, it's enough to get anyone's back up. If we get Baleba and Donnarumma giving Ratcliffe a kiss, fair enough. I would be up for planting one on him too there as well. Wouldn't you prefer Martinez over Donnarumma? Definitely not, Billy. No, Donnarumma's much better, lad, to be honest, in my opinion. Donnarumma, I think, is one of the best keepers in the world. Plus, he's only 26. Yeah, 112 is my cash. You wanted us. I don't know. Luke Shaw's world class. Oh, come on now. Amarin, that was some funny comments from him, though. Right, anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this stream up. Thank you, Daz, for putting that in there. Yes, guys, you can join the Patreon if you want to support the show. There's some offline chat there. There's a community chat there. You can chat with other Bacon Brigade legends offline, and there's some behind-the-scenes stuff there. We're going to run a little giveaway, though, guys. We're doing a FIFA stream tonight on the gaming channel. I actually still have a bunch of people to draw a T-shirt winner for, from a couple of weeks ago when we said go over to this video, and I haven't been on the gaming channel since. But we're doing a gaming channel stream tonight on Flying Pig Gaming. Go and subscribe to Flying Pig Gaming. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, Flying Pig United, as well. But we're going to do a giveaway. If you guys go over and smash a thumbs up and also a comment on this short over on my gaming channel, then you will be entered into the giveaway for a T-shirt. We're going to give away 2 T-shirts, guys, 2 T-shirts. So everyone who entered previously, I've got your screenshot from a couple of weeks back, it is now, and then everyone who goes over there from this video. So comment here to enter giveaway, and there is the link to the short right there. Go smash a like on it. You might as well watch it. It's only a 20-second short. It's just my ultimate team over on there, my Man United past and present squad builder or whatever it is over there on the gaming channel. It's my Man United past and present team. So go check it out. It's 20 seconds long. Smash a like, smash a comment. Everyone who comments in the next half an hour will be entered in to the giveaway for the t-shirt, which we'll draw tonight on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. Go and subscribe. Right, that's it from me then, guys. Thank you so much to all of you for getting in, though. Great little chat as always. Looks like we are in for Baleba, but obviously there's no actual club to contact in terms of a bid or anything just yet. But it's looking positive that we will be trying to sign this guy. Donnarumma's available. We've got to have a go at him, but it doesn't look like we are actually moving for him right now. So, yeah, but that's the latest news, guys. Baleba bid expected very soon. Could be a hefty, huge, large bid coming in, but also I don't think necessarily that there's too much legs on that 112 million figure. I think it'll be much more towards sort of 90 million, 80 million, because 112 million is just insane. Anyway, thank you everyone for getting in the live chat. Big ups, Keanu, Daz Salford, all the moderators, Gungshi, Mikhayu, you know, the Mustard, etc., all the mod squad. Big up all the legends in the chat like Eden, Temescan, Links Red, JP, Arsenal Manic, Billy, everybody who's got in the live chat there, Sumaya, Mdor, and everybody else around this gaff. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Teddy, Mikhayu, Kevin, Stewart, yes, lad, Stephen, Agrippa, Mikhayu, everybody who's got in here. Thank you, Mikhayu. Thanks to all the mods once again. Thanks, everyone. You can come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts in the not live comment section. Have your say. Once again, subscribe to Flying Pig United and go and subscribe to Flying Pig Gaming. And here's the link. Go and comment on this short. There's the link in the chat right there. I'll pin it to the top now. If you go and comment there, we will enter you into the giveaway. That's it from me then, guys. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Shout out to the legends in the Hamada. Love you too, Gungshi, legend. Thank you so much for the raw love there. Have a great day, you Don. Same goes to Mikhayu and Gavin and everybody else as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you so much to all the patrons here for supporting the channel on patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. As a thank you, all you legends will be appearing on this outro list. Get in there. Once again, thank you to all the YouTube members, but one of the best ways you can support the channel is on patreon.com. So check it out. Patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. And once again, a big thank you to all the legends that do support the channel on Patreon. Get in there.